G'day guys, how are you? Look at this. That is that yellow belly that Xander got yesterday. It's been on ice overnight and we're just going to clean it up and get into it and cook something up. So come along for the ride. Right, a couple of the important tools. Got a nice sharp knife there. Also have a filleting knife. It's my old filleting knife that just stays out here at the table all the time. So not real clean, but it'll do the job. So rightio, we've got this nice sharp knife here. All we're going to do is we're going to start off with the yellow belly and we're going to take a cut down underneath the fin here, up towards the head. You see there's plenty of meat up into there. Then we're going to run the knife down here. And we're going to work our way down through just below the anal cavity, down to the bottom, and then we're going to work our way over the ribs. So this is what that sort of looks like, maybe. So straight into there, staying away from those sharp spikes. And you see there that we get a nice, good little cut in there, down to the spine. You see that's down into there. And we just flip our knife over. And we follow this spine down, these here. Once you get through that skin, so just cut the skin, follow down. You'll feel the bones just in there. And just sit your knife in on top of the bones. Don't push too hard, just let the knife do the work. It's more about what it's about. So. And you see in here as we lift up, we're following those bones just in there. That's the spine. The spine just down in here, that's the backbones. And having your fish nice and cold when you do this is really cool as well. Like, it's a great way to do it. Now there's the anal cavity. So what we want to do is, as we cut down into here, down the spine, cut down till you can feel the spine, which pretty much follows the lateral line on the fish. So once you get down to there, you'll feel the spine, pop over the spine, cut straight through, poke your knife through so that it pops out the other side. There you go, and it popped out, you see there, just above into there. Then pushing down on the spine, cut back this way, and there you go, that's popped off to there. Now before we go and do the other side, before we take that fillet completely off, all we've got to do now is cut over those ribs and down into here to get that. Before we do that, we'll flip over and do the other side, because that keeps the fish fully in shape and makes it a lot easier if you want to clean your fish up. So I'm talking, not doing, so let's get it in. So cut down into there without breaking the gut cavity as well. That's kind of an important one. Now a lot of people don't eat freshwater fish because they say they're muddy and yuck and all the rest of it. But what I've found is if you bleed them straight away and you keep them cold, make sure that you put them on ice straight away, and cut with yellow belly in particular. If you cut the fat out of them, they're a pretty fatty fish. So you can actually pretty much make them pretty nice to eat actually. So there you go, just follow that spine again, down into there. There we go. I know that's still in the camera. The camera's moving around a little bit there, guys. Now they are pretty slimy fish after they've been cold too, guys. So there you go, follow that down into there till you find the spine, pop it through, over the spine, out the other side so it pops out on the other side there, and run down to the tail. There you go. Now we've done that, we can go to this other side again, flip over into there, cut down over these rib bones. Get down over the ribs there. There you go. Cut down over the ribs, and we've got a beautiful fillet of yellow belly there. And you see there, that's the spine. You can actually see the bone. You can actually run it down the bones there. There's the spine. There's a little bit of meat on here. We can cut the wings out, and the wings are nice to throw in the smoker or something as well. So there you go. There's your yellow belly, half your fillet done. And there's those fillets off the yellow belly, and if you have a look there, there's your yellow belly with the fillets taken off. Gut cavity still in place, so you don't have to worry about gutting the fish. Like I said, I'm going to cut those little wings out. But if you have a look there, check that out. There is not much meat left on that fish. Could probably scrape a little bit off there as well. All freshwater fish are 100% safe to eat, so you can eat them raw as well. But you're better off cooking them, in my personal opinion. So just in case, because I don't trust anybody, that's pretty much it. Now I did mention this yesterday's video as well. The yellow belly has got a couple of spikes on him as well. So you'll see just here, there's a little razor blade. I don't know whether that's going to come up in the camera or not, but there's actually a little razor blade just there. You can see the tip of it just on the knife, and there's another one just back here. There's a blade that runs the whole length there. Now if these guys wrap you up in your fishing line, those little blades will cut your line, so it's always better to use a little bit bigger leader, but keep it light so that they can't see it. So using a good quality fluorocarbon or any good quality leader is a great idea using yellow bellies. So there you go. But you can see there, good slabs of meat off that yellow. I just went over and grabbed my good filleting knife. Now we can get this here with the slab of fish there, take the skin off, so pinning it down. I've done the fork technique before. If you want to use the fork, if you're not sure about getting your fingers in, you just use a fork. I keep one on the filleting table, pin it down to the ground like that, run your knife down your fork without cutting on the blade. That way you can cut onto there, cut it flash, use your knife, keep it flat against the fillet. And once that's started, we can use our fingers, if you can get a hold of it. And just keep that nice and flat, sliding along sideways. Look at that. We get a beautiful skinless fillet ready to go. So beautiful. Once again with the other one, pinning it down there. Beautiful fillet, yellow belly, all ready to go. Now we're just going to cut the pin bones out. Now we see there, you can actually see the lateral line on the thing, which is the middle of the fillet, where it run down the spine, down there and down here. You can actually see that into there. As you run up here where the rib cage was, you can actually feel little tiny bones following that pin line. So if you go back down to around about even with the where the anal cavity was, into there, and run just on the side of it. So I've done this before with the fork as well. So I'll show you on the second one with the fork. If you're not sure about getting your fingers that close to the knife and cutting out that middle section of the pin bones, what you can do is you can use a fork, find your lateral line, which runs straight down there where the tip of the fork is, into there. Actually put it just on the side of it and run your knife down the fork, and that will show you exactly where to cut. Now if you go just the other side of it, you can take out minimal fish and get all of those pin bones out without it being a real issue at all. So there's a couple just there as well, I can see them. So there you go. So now we have two beautiful yellow belly fillets, all good to go, and looking really good, ready to cook them up.